Tonight, your Hillcrest Hawks face off against their arch rival, Madison Panthers, in the 2023 Crosstown Showdown. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeff Alterman. Joining me tonight is Mike Buswell and Max Oberhan, my same two partners that were with us last week for the Trumbull High basketball game. Gentlemen, it is an electric atmosphere for the Crosstown Showdown. I'm so excited that you guys could be here and join us.
You know, Jeff, it was great driving in here. I felt like I was at a varsity basketball game. The parking lot was packed. I had to park over, by the baseball just to get back in the door over here.
And Max, thank you for joining us as well. Max is going to do the color commentary for us.
Happy to be here.
I see First Selectman Vicky Tesoro has made her way to the gym to enjoy the game, and here come the starting lineup. So let's let you listen into that.
Number 11, Camilla Matuch. Number 12, Vivian Mann.
This is the Madison starting lineup.
Number 14, Danielle Renee. Number 20, Molly Paps. Number 22, Leah Silvestri. Number 33, Claire Tarkowski. And number 45, Mia Graham. For your Hillcrest Hawks, these are led by head coach Mike Pelletier and Ron Pelletier.
Hello. My neighbor. Everything. I do everything.
First Selectman Tesoro came over to say hello to us.
Number 10, Riley Barrich.
Here's the starting lineup for Hillcrest.
Number 20, Cindy Vitucci. Number 23, Alyssa Savino. Number 33, Molly Colley. And number 34, Hannah Felicio.
And the starting lineups are announced. The Hillcrest Strings are going to be doing the national anthem.
Starting number 1,
Oh, those were the other players. Here comes the starters now.
number 2, Sarah. Number 23, Yexel. And number 24, and the starters for your Hillcrest Hawks. Number 3, co-captain Grace Sutton-Wright.
Salt and right.
Number 4, Cleveland Manager.
Yeah.
Number 14, co-captain Kylie Manuel. And number 24, co-captain Corey Johnson. Tonight's officials, Willie Vasquez and Nancy Vieiro. Fans, this week coming up is FCAC Officials Appreciation Week. We'd like to thank all the officials of the FCAC for all of their hard work and hours they put in support of basketball. Fans, let's have a big round of applause for the FCAC officials, Willie Vasquez and Nancy Vieiro. We'd also like to welcome this afternoon Trumbull First Selectman Vicky Tesoro. Thank you so much, Vicky Tesoro, for joining us in your support of middle school basketball. Fans, now at this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America and the men and women who have given service to our country with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by members of the Hillcrest 8th grade orchestra under the direction of Mrs. Winchell.
Great job by the Hillcrest Strings. And we are one step closer to action. The 2023 Crosstown Showdown. Tonight's game has been 3 years in the making. We started with the idea for this in late 2019. 2020, we all know what happened there. Last year's game, we did hold the Crosstown Showdown, but we had very limited attendance. Tonight is the first time we have the bleachers open for everybody, so we are so excited that you're tuning in to join us. We are getting ready for the tip. Mike and Max, the call is yours.
Okay, we have Hillcrest in the white, and we have Madison Middle School in the gray. We have jump ball here, Johnston and DeMarco. Trumbull gets, Hillcrest gets the jump ball, missed layup, and now here comes Madison. Okay, so it looks like we have an early foul here. All right, early foul number 2, Michaela Disa. Loose ball foul. Hillcrest bringing the ball up. Kylie Manuel passes over to Johnston. Rotating, pass intercepted by Madison, loose ball. Secured by DeMarco. Here comes captain Peyton Baps. Kicks over to the corner. Yeb Sarah Williams brings it back up top. Megan Riley dribbling to the right. Hillcrest coming out here in a man-to-man defense. The long jump shot is good. Madison strikes first. Number 1, Peyton Baps for an early 2-0 lead. Max, what do you see here? 2 man-to-man defense?
Yeah, I think it's 2 man-to-man, yeah. Man-to-man defense on both sides of the court.
You know, aggressive rivalry early, a lot of hands-on defense. A couple of early interceptions, and Madison forces another turnover as they bring the ball up the court. Back up top to Riley. Trying to do a high ball screen here. Hitting number 1, Pabst. Long shot, no. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Johnston. So Madison with an early lead here, 2-0 with 6:41 left in the first quarter. Madison ball out under the Hillcrest hoop in a box set formation. High screen and low, ball back up top, and it is taken away all the way. Emma Fahey misses a layup but is fouled by Michaela Diso. Great anticipation there by Emma Fahey on the interception of the pass that was, you know, thrown up to the three-point line, and you know, just not enough on the pass. Fahey at the line for 2. First shot up is good. Hillcrest on the board, trailing 2-1 with 1 shot left. Early sub in here for Madison, Leah Salustri. And the second free throw by Fahey was good. 2-2, here comes Madison. Ball up court. Paps trying to get to the rim. Loses possession. Stolen by Fahey. Stripped back the other way by Madison. Megan Riley with the ball dribbling up. Guarded by Kylie Manuel. Great ball pressure. Back over to Paps. Fran DeMarco attacked the baseline with the ball knocked out of bounds. Possession stays with Madison. 2-2 game here, 6:08 left in the first. Looks like we have a late substitution. Riley Barrett into the game for the Hillcrest Hawks. Out goes Quinn Mellinger. Madison struggling to get the ball in. Ball deflected. Taken away again by Emma Fahey. Madison settling back in a 2-3 zone. They hit the middle of the court, and the pass is intercepted again. Peyton Baps being very active today early on. Great defense here by Seltenreich, the captain of Hillcrest. A lot of defense here early, Max.
Pressure on ball for both teams.
Well, you know what I heard, Max? I asked somebody coming into the game. Long three from the corner is no good. Riley Barrett dribbling the ball back up. Looks to the middle to Johnston. And we have a foul on a reach. Will be Hillcrest ball underneath. 2-2 score with 5:18 left in the first quarter.
Hillcrest in white, Madison in their road grays.
Over here to Johnston, drives into the hole. Fouled, misses the shot. We'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So Max, I was saying before, I asked somebody coming in, how are both teams doing? Have they played yet? And they said they played earlier in the year, and Hillcrest got the better of them in a decisive fashion, as the first free throw from Johnson goes in and out. But Max, these rivalry games, it could be middle school, it could be pro sports. I mean, rivalry, you throw the records out the door. It's all about passion. The town is divided in half, for this hour tonight with both teams leaving on the floor. Next shot up by Johnston is good. Hillcrest on top for the first time tonight, 3-2.
You see the Hawks coming out, pressuring the ball. Pressuring the ball off the tip, right from the cross half court with the man-to-man defense.
Yeah, I think you've noticed here that Hillcrest is settling in the tight man-to-man defense, and Madison is taking the approach of trying to get into a 2-3, trying to create, force passes into the, into pressure. Looks like the official's not happy with the basketball. Stop and play. Back over to the crate. We have Buddy Bray taking out another basketball.
Do you think Tom Brady had something to do with it and the balls are getting a little deflated?
Well, as Mike King comes over with his key as he unlocks the gate. Let's hope they like this ball better. Okay, here we go. Madison with the inbounds. Back up top to Babst again. Hillcrest settles in their man-to-man. Switch on a high ball screen. Shot is deflected. Johnson with the rebound, bringing it up herself. Crossover. Johnson out to the wing. Riley Barrett settles in, gets a ball back up top to Kylie Manuel. Kylie Manuel drives right to the rim, and ball knocked out of bounds. We'll stay here with Hillcrest. Hillcrest with a 3-2 lead, taking the ball out under the Madison hoop. Looks to be a line set here. One goes to the corner, one goes underneath, third person trails, ball up top to Selton Ridge. Long three-pointer here by Faye is long. Looked like we had a ball out of bounds, and are they going to keep it here? Yeah, they're going to say last touch was on Madison. So it was a long rebound out of bounds. Hillcrest defender throws it off the Madison player as she was going out of bounds, and the possession stays here. Rotating around up top, Johnston with the ball. Madison with a good disciplined 2-3 here. Ball back up top to Manuel.
Hawks need a middle. They needed someone to cut to the middle. That's
yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Long three is no good. Kicks back out to Johnson, long three. Missed again, but Hillcrest doing a great job with offensive rebounds. This time, though, they cannot keep the ball in bounds. Ball goes back to Madison.
Looks like Hillcrest is coming up with the press.
Yeah, I think 4 minutes in here with a 3-2 lead. They're trying to force a tempo here.
Go to it right now. Clutch.
And it doesn't phase Madison as they get by, and then they had an open shot in the corner, and the pass just got away. But they did break it at midcourt.
Here Madison comes out with the press as well.
Yeah. So Madison's what in a what do we got here? We got, it looks like a 1-2-2.
Yeah.
Gets the ball into Johnston, dribbling it up. Looks middle, over to Seltenreich. Drives the lane, knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay here with Hillcrest under their own hoop. Now it looks like they'll do line straight across at the foul line. Pass out to the wing, back up top to Johnston. Ball down low, swinging it back around to Faye. Fake pass, long shot, out of bounds, going back to Madison.
Hillcrest playing very aggressive, getting the rebounds. I'm impressed with what they're doing to maintain possession of the ball.
And I think at this point, Madison throws another pass out of bounds. Madison is doing a nice job of breaking the initial pressure and getting the ball to midcourt. I think they just need to settle down and make that second pass because they can break it. If they can get that second pass, they're going to get shots and layups off that press based on the last couple possessions. And it looks like we have a reach here on number 4, Megan Riley. You know what I'm really impressed with, Jeff and Max, is Madison is the smaller team here, but they have a lot of fight and grit early. You know, girl by girl, they are losing the height matchup here, but they're fighting, and they're doing a great job of being active in the passing lanes. Steal here by Yeb Sarah, gets the ball back up to Riley. Riley settles in, long 3, no good. Out of bounds, looks to be last touch by number 1, Peyton Babst. Ball will go back to Hillcrest. Madison back in their 1-2-2, full court press.
The trap corners will go over the top,
Yep.
Middle's open.
Middle's wide open. Here comes Manuel, bring the ball up, takes the ball to the middle. Shot no good. Rebounded back here by Madison by Peyton Babst. Ball over to Meg Riley, and we have a hand check foul by number 11, Emma Fay.
Checking in for the Hawks, number 20, Sydney Michichi.
Okay, so here we go. Madison trailing 3-2, 2 minutes and 36 seconds left. With a box set on the out of bounds here. We have a ball over to the corner. Open jump shot by Fran DeMarco, in and out. Rebound by Hillcrest, bringing the ball back up court. Grace Seltenrich over to Johnston. Johnston, long 3, no good. Rebound Riley Barrow. Brings the ball back around. Up top to Seltenrich. Hillcrest, great job on that play by Kylie Manuel. Coming back to the basketball. Her teammate was looking for somebody to throw to. Kylie saw the opening in the middle. Cut right in on the shot. She was fouled. Shot was no good. Kylie Manuel left the line.
And I think if Madison stays in the zone, they're going to have to rebound. Very hard to rebound in the zone. You have to find your body and box them out.
Especially when the other team has the size advantage over you. Okay, first free throw by Manuel is good. Extends Hillcrest's lead to 4-2. Ball back in Manuel's hand. Shot number 2.
Madison
and good. Hillcrest extends a 5-2 lead. Hillcrest drops back into half-court pressure. Ball deflected out of bounds. Ball back over to Madison. Stoppage in play. Looks like there was a question of who committed the last foul on Manuel's jump shot. Officials are converging. And we have the official foul was on Megan Riley. As we clarify that, Madison with a quick timeout here, trailing 5-2. The ball will be in the short corner for Madison under the Hillcrest hoop.
So I'm impressed so far. Hillcrest playing really hard, especially on the offensive rebound side. Both teams have kind of lit on the basket so far, but I am impressed with the aggression that Hillcrest is showing.
Yeah, and I think that's going to dictate the way the game is going to go. It's going to be, can Madison get the stops and rebound the basketball? Both teams are struggling to score, but if Madison keeps the intensity up and limits Hillcrest's opportunities, they'll be able to stay in the game. But if Hillcrest can wear them down with their size and their relentlessness on the boards, it's going to slowly wear Madison down. That's where Madison here needs to keep it together, regroup, make sure you're getting a body on a body and rebounding and limiting the Hillcrest offensive possessions.
Bunch of Hillcrest and Madison students here. We got a pretty good showing on both the Panther and Hawk side of the bleachers. Good to see.
All right, here we go. Madison with the inbounds pass. Back up top to Peyton Babs. Rotating back over to Riley. Back over, stolen here. Sydney Bertucci with the steal over to Manuel and is clobbered on the layup attempt And the foul will be on number 45, Mia Graham, as Manuel finds her way back to the foul line. You know what you see here too, Max and Jeff, is when teams are struggling to score, you got to get to the foul line. Get to the foul line and get some uncontested shots. That's what you saw last possession by Manuel, and again taking the ball to the rim yet again, to the free throw line. First shot rolls in and out. As we await shot number 2, Hillcrest with a 5-2 lead here. 1 minute and 52 seconds left in the first. Manuel, couple dribbles, shot up, and shot is no good. Madison will take the ball back out under their hoop. Okay, Hillcrest bringing the pressure here. Looks like we have full court man. Good job by Madison breaking the pressure. And again, and
3 turnovers off breaking the press, and the second pass is the turnover every time.
It's so easier said than done when you're sitting over here, when you tell, the boys or girls, hey, you have more time, but it's just, they're just rushing it a little bit. If they could just settle back down, they're going to get their looks here, Madison. All right, so back up top, Hillcrest with Grace Selton-Rich, driving to the rim, finds number 34, Felicione, and the ball goes out of bounds, deflected, last touch by Hillcrest. So it's going to be Madison ball. Hillcrest will stay in the full court pressure. Pass into Megan Riley. Here comes Riley and Madison.
How to give it up. Guys are open.
Yep, too much dribbling. Ball gets kicked around, and the ball is on the out-of-bounds line, and they're saying last touch by DeMarco. Ball will be going back to Hillcrest here. And yet again, Madison now up with the full court pressure. Madison back in their 1-2-2 defense. Johnson bringing the ball up. Pass over to Felicione, no good, out of bounds, ball stays here. The one thing I'll tell you guys right off the bat, the one thing that impresses me is Carly Johnston's probably the tallest player on the court, and man, does she have a great dribble for somebody who probably plays the forward or the center position for them. Inbounds here, short shot by Manuel is no good. Rebound by Mia Graham. Pressure coming up, tipped out of bounds, last touch by Manuel. Madison bringing the ball up, trailing Hillcrest forward 5-2. And here comes Peyton Babst. Pass over to Graham. Pass back up to Claire Tarkowski. Stolen here by Vitucci, taken right back by Mia Graham. And now we have looks like we have a reach in here by Hannah Felicione. Madison will take the ball out under Hillcrest, who's trailing 5-2. Quick sub here. Felicione is out, and Emma Fahey is back in. Madison inbounds, pass is deflected, stolen. Here comes Fahey again. Up court to number 3, Grace Selton-Rich, and the ball is blocked out of bounds. Great hustle effort by number 1, Peyton Babst. Ball will stay with Hillcrest under their own hoop. Hillcrest in a line formation with Carly taking the ball out, followed by Kylie Manuel and Grace Selton-Rich. Pass over to Manuel, long 3 is out. Rebound Peyton Babst. A lot of hand checking, no call. Madison clears. Ball over half court. Madison trailing 5-2, high ball screen. Megan Riley clicks over to Peyton Babst. Peyton up fake. Shot no good. Rebound Fahey. Fahey brings the ball back up the court. Hillcrest probably looking for 1 here. Fahey with a little hesitation. You thought she was pulling it out, and she actually attacks the rim and gets fouled on the layup attempt. Shot no good, and Emma Fahey to the line.
7.5 seconds remaining until halftime.
So far, guys, there are a lot of names that you're calling, consistently on both sides. Peyton Babst being very, very active for Madison. Feel like we're talking about her a lot on offense and defense. And then same thing here with Emma Fahey, who's at the foul line for 2. First shot up is no good. I mean, how many steals so far by Fahey? 3-4 steals.
I think 3 were straight off inbound passes.
Yeah, very active defensively, defense leading to offense. So her first shot is no good. She's up here for a second shot with a 5-2 lead, 7 seconds left. Second shot, no good.
Madison does not box out.
Long shot by Johnston, no good. Last touch by Madison out of bounds with 0.8 seconds. Can we get a shot off here, Max?
It's got to be a catch and shoot. You got maybe one dribble.
Shoot? Are we going to allow it into Johnson? Oh, and that was
Close.
the play you wanted.
Yeah, that was
Johnson,
close.
great cut to the hoop, caught it in stride, had to get rid of it, obviously very quickly as the ball rolls in and out. So an exciting first quarter, even though low scoring. You know,
And I think both teams are doing what they keep doing what they're doing. Pressing's working for Hillcrest. You got to stay up in the press. And Madison's got to relax. They cannot throw passes above people's heads.
I think both teams have to now start thinking about the rivalry going out the door, getting out of your mindset, getting back into playing basketball. I think that's especially the case for Hillcrest. And I think for Madison, you know, who lost, you know, earlier this year, like I said, in the game that probably, you know, wasn't as close as, you know, as you would have thought after watching this first quarter. Madison showing that they can compete and say this.
All right, so we got a couple Daniels Farm students, future Hillcrest Hawks, my daughter Sydney and her friend Haley, and they came over. What do you guys want to say?
Go Hillcrest! You're gonna win!
Okay. I think I said before we're heading to halftime, but I said that incorrectly. We're heading to the second quarter. Then we'll go to halftime. So
it's funny, Jeff. So, you know, we're all, the three of us are involved in so much youth sports. It's like, what's quarters? What's halves?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, when I play and coach outside here, it's halves.
Yeah.
This playing high school was the first time, I think, 5 or 6 years I ever played halves or quarters.
Yeah,
I'm
I
used to
coach my son's third grade St. Teresa team. We play halves.
Yeah, I'm used to 2 14-minute halves. And you play quarters. Like, what's going on here?
Okay, so we have Madison taking the ball out at midcourt. Megan Riley will be taking the ball out, and we have Baps receiving the inbound pass, bringing the ball up. Another high ball screen, and we have a double dribble call here on Peyton, and it will turn it over, back over to Hillcrest. Vitucci taking the ball out, and looks to be passing into Selton Ridge.
Oh, right, travel to me.
Yeah, it looked like we had to travel
Lord.
the other way, but no call. Carly Johnson, long shot. No, that's what we talk about. Hillcrest being relentless.
Yeah.
Offensive rebound here. Emma Faye back up top. Ball's getting rotated around. Manuel, the great pass into Johnston, and she misses the layup, but is fouled on the attempt. Carly Johnson to the line for 2. I think that's what you got to do here, Max, if you're Hillcrest. I mean, Manuel did a great job of penetrating into the paint and then finding Johnson crashing from the opposite block, getting to the rim.
I think Hillcrest has to attack the basket. Settling for jump shots, giving Madison easy. You got to attack the basket.
You have the size advantage, exactly. You got to get the ball to the hoop. Johnson's first shot is up and in.
Number 10, Riley Barrett.
Riley Barrett makes her way in for the Hawks, one of the 7th graders that gets a good amount of playing time for Hillcrest.
You know, Max, especially when your shots aren't falling. You know, you got to go back to the inside-outside mindset. Second shot is no good here. Again, Hillcrest with the offensive rebound. Fahey with the rebound. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Madison, Peyton Baps. Here comes Megan Riley. Over to Fran DeMarco, and Fran DeMarco is fouled on the play. Foul on number 3, Grace Selton. So here we go, Fran DeMarco, 7th grader from Madison at the line, trailing 6-2 with 2 shots. First shot is good. Cuts Hillcrest lead to 6-3. Sub for Hillcrest, number 3, Selton Rich is out, and number 14, Manuel back in. Second shot, no good. Rebound, Johnston. Johnston showing her versatility, bringing the ball up again. Excellent ball control. She hits a cutting Emma Faye, and a great little nifty up and under reverse move for the score for Hillcrest. Hillcrest extends their lead to 8-3. They keep the pressure up. And here comes Madison, breaking the pressure, getting the ball over half court. Megan Riley bringing the ball up. Passes over to Michaela Diso, back over to Riley. Pass is getting shipped around over to the corner now. You have Sarah Williams back up top to Megan Riley. High ball screen. I mean, you see, Max, that's what Madison's really trying to do. Get Hillcrest with that high ball screen. Create some mismatches.
I don't think the screen is strong enough. The screen's not, the screen is basically not there. And you got to come off the screen tight, looking to score or roll.
Okay, here we go. Michaela Diso to the rim, and good. Nice little nifty move by Michaela Diso, and they trim the Hillcrest lead back to 8-5. Here comes Manuel and Johnston over half court. Okay, Madison's in their 2-3 pressure. Good job by Hillcrest getting the ball to the block, getting it to MFA, and a reach foul on number 1, Peyton Pabst. And that's one too many fouls, and that will send Hillcrest to the line for a 1-and-1.
I think it's a 2-shot, actually.
Oh, they called it on the shot.
No, they mean a double bonus.
You are correct.
Wow.
Double bonus. First shot by Fahey is good. Jeff Max, it took me about a quarter, but I feel like I'm starting to get the names.
Yeah.
You know, our first time, my first time doing Hillcrest Madison. I know some of the girls because my daughter Ava is a 7th grader at Hillcrest. And she played St. T's basketball with a lot of these girls, but a lot of these girls I'm unfamiliar with, so learning as we go. Second shot is up and no good. Rebound by Madison. Madison bring the ball up, trailing 9-5, 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Peyton Babs to the rim, and she is fouled by Kylie Manuel. I mentioned it before with Peyton Babs here. It's not showing in points, but she's really keeping Madison in the game with her defense and with her ball control. Being able to control the ball in the half-court set. There she saw an opening and got to the rim. Her first shot is up and no good. Ball back in her hands for shot number 2. Ball is up. Long rebound after the miss. Goes back to Hillcrest. Riley Barrett. We have a ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Madison. So here we go with Madison bringing the full pressure here. Looks to be in their 2-1-2 full court pressure. Here comes Kelly Lungy dribbling the ball up. Pass over to MFA. Long shot is no good. Rebound by number 22, Leah Salustri. Pass intercepted by Manuel. Shot up no good. MFA's shot blocked out of bounds. The block on the play was by Michaela Diesel. So we will have Hillcrest taking the ball out with a 9-5 lead. Ball under the Madison hoop. Hillcrest in a straight line formation. Faye will pat the ball. Hitting the trailer, third person down the lane, and that is Kelly Lungy. Max, that's the oldest play in the book, right? You have the line out of bounds stack, right? One girl goes to the corner, the other girl goes the opposite block. Third person trails right down the middle.
They run that every level: 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, all the way up to high school.
Because it works,
yep.
Right?
Sets
Kelly Lungy up with the layup opportunity fouled. So Kelly Lungy at the line makes her first free throw, is good, extends Hillcrest's lead to 10-5. Bunch of subs here now. Molly Connolly out for Hillcrest. Carly Johnston back in. Kelly Lungy with the ball. Her second shot is up, and it is no good. Rebound here by Leah Salustri. Pass up to Megan Riley all the way. Little hook shot in, good. Great little nifty shot by Megan Riley. Trims Hillcrest lead to 10-7. Breaking the pressure here, Kelly Lungy bringing the ball up the court and fouled on the shot by Megan Riley.
And Hillcrest will be very successful if they push the ball. Get it out of the basket and push. Any team is successful when you push the ball.
Well, they did a great job right there.
Yep.
They got the ball in the middle of the floor to Kelly Lungy, and she attacked the rim, saw the opening, and drew the foul. First shot up by Lungy, rolls in and out. No good. Ball back in her hands as she attempts the second shot, and it is up and good. Hillcrest extends her lead to 11-7. Inbounded up to Babs, and Hillcrest gets back to half court as they're meeting for what appears to be man-to-man pressure. Off the high ball screen, Babs long three, in and out. It was a good look. Now we have some pressure here. Hillcrest breaking the pressure. Here comes Johnston. Down the lane, kicks out to Manuel. Long shot, no. Leah Salustri, pass up to number 2, Michaela Disa, all the way to the rim and knocked out of bounds by Kelly Lungy. Diso looking for a foul there. I thought it was all ball, but, you know, at the very least, Madison keeps possession. Ball inbounded here to Babst. And great job, Max. Great job.
Attacking the basket, forcing a foul.
Well, you know, Babs got the ball in a great shooting position, Max, and she felt a little overplay by Quinn Mellinger, and all it took was a little bit of hesitation to draw that contact. But ironically, we're not calling that. They're not going to give her 2 shots. I thought they were going to call
it was a motion to shooting.
I thought it was a motion to shooting. I thought clearly she was following her on the shot. Ref doesn't agree. Madison takes the ball out of bounds.
That's a weak pass. She got those strong pass to get to there.
Michaela Diso shot no good. And here comes Megan Riley again with the long rebound. Gains possession and is fouled on the attempt. You know, we talked about Peyton Pabst before, and I think you're starting to see the same play out of Megan Riley. Guard with good poise, seems to, you know, being in the right spot here for Madison early, giving her team a really good opportunity here. First shot by Riley is no good. Ball back in her hand for the second shot. Riley's second shot, nothing but net. And it is good. And we have Hillcrest with an 11-8 lead, 4:30 left here in the first half. And Madison back with the full court pressure. Kelly Lunge breaking the pressure, getting the ball over to Vitucci.
Good job by getting back by Madison.
Yep, pass is intercepted by Madison. They gain possession. Here comes Leah Salustri. Pass over to number 33, Claire Targowski. Back over to Megan Riley. Megan Riley miss. Scrum underneath. And we have a jump ball.
Held ball possession to the Hawks.
As our dear friend here, Ed Rotacco, is pointing Hillcrest ball, they'll take the ball out under their own hoop. Madison back up with your 1-2-2 full court pressure. Ball into Kelly Lunge. Back over to Johnston. We have Selton Rich in the middle, look middle. Kelly Lunge all the way up the floor. It looked like accidental contact on the trip, but they're going to get the foul on Madison as Lunge hits the floor. And again, with Madison already in the double bonus, that will be 2 shots for Kelly Lunge. You have Sarah Williams right at the desk here, as she says hello to us. And she enters the game for Megan Riley. Kelly Lunge, first shot is no good. Quinn Mellinger out of the game as well for Hillcrest. So here we go. Kelly Lunge's second shot is up, and it is no good. Rimmed in and out. Rebound by Leah Salustri. Hillcrest with the full court pressure still. Great pick here. Salustri, great poise getting the ball up the court, drawing the foul by Johnston.
That'll be a 1-on-1 for Madison coming up.
You know, we talked about it before at the end of the quarter, weathering the storm, right? What was it, a 5-2 lead?
I think it was, yep.
And here we go. You know, Hillcrest 11-8 lead here with, you know, Leah Salustri to the line. Shooting a 1-and-1, trailing 11-8 with 3:49 left in the second quarter. Salustri first shot up, and the bank is open, guys. Shot number 1, as she calls glass. Shot number 1 goes in. Ball back up to Salustri for her second shot. Trying to go 2 for 2 here, trailing 11-9. Second shot up. Long shot is no good. Rebound by Babst. Keeps the ball alive. Madison not sure if they can pick it up or not because of the backcourt. They finally pick it up. Backcourt is called all the way down at the opposite end of the court.
Pick it up right away, get the sideline. Now they got it under the basket.
Exactly. Now a side out turns into a stack underneath. Hillcrest back up top here. We're going Johnston back down to Selton Ridge. Johnston all the way to the hoop and good. I think you need to see more of that.
Yeah.
You know, can be very dominant off the dribble, and you see Johnston take advantage of that to extend to the lead. Peyton Babs right down the lane. Her shot no good. Appears to be an over the back foul on Michaela Diso.
Michaela Diso, her third personal foul.
And we got a timeout Hillcrest. Timeout Hillcrest Hawks with a 13-9 lead, 3:16 left in the first half. Jeff, unfortunately, I will not be able to stay with you guys tonight. I made a prior commitment to the Trumbull Public Works Director, George Estrada.
All right, looks like we got one more cheer again. Are we going to get a Go Hawks?
We're here to say that our team is winning by 13-9. We're hoping they win. Go Hawks!
Go Hawks.
So unfortunately, we're going to lose Mike for the second game, but that means Max is going to make his play-by-play debut here on 10 and TCTV.
Yes, I'm attending a fundraising event for George Estrada, our Public Works Director, as he was named the Barnum King.
Cool.
Which is a great, great recognition, something he's very excited about, and, you know, have to attend the fundraiser. Johnson at the foul line. First shot up is no good.
You might have to put the game on YouTube on your phone and check in for the boys' game in a little bit.
Johnson's second shot up, and it rolls in and out. Emma Fahey again with the rebound. Shot no good. Johnson comes in. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and we are going to have a loose ball foul on Carly Johnston.
Carly came in. She could have taken out half the football team with that one.
Well, we're talking about being aggressive, guys. And she was aggressive. You know, great defensive effort there by Clara Targowski to draw the foul on Johnston, and Targowski will be down at the line the other way in a 1-and-1, trailing 13-9 here. Targowski at the line. First shot is up. Shot no good. Rebound by Fahey. Loose ball picked up by Settenreich. And we have Targowski on the reach.
It's going to be a long 3 minutes. 2 shots for both teams on the next foul for Hillcrest. Free foul would be 2 shots.
At the line for the Hawks, number 3, Grace Settenreich, shooting 2.
Settenreich at the line with a 13-9 lead here. 2 shots away. First shot is up and gets the roll. Good spin on that ball. Was able to get the shooter's roll. Shot number 2. After a couple dribbles, ball is up. Shot number 2 is no good.
Another offensive rebound.
And up and in by Emma Fahey. I'll tell you what, Emma Fahey is not the biggest girl on the floor, especially for Hillcrest, who is a very tall team. But I'll tell you what, she's just as active as anyone on the floor. And that putback was big. Madison comes down, and Leah Salustri buries a 3 from the corner. That was a big shot for Hillcrest. Hillcrest had extended the lead to 16-9, and then Madison with the big 3 by Salustri. Hillcrest all the way down the court, loose ball on the floor. Salustri holds it up with the Hillcrest player, and the ball goes back to Madison. Big turn of events, big shot by Leah Salustri, exactly what Madison needed to keep this game close. Here we go, Peyton Baps, another high ball screen by Targowski. Gets the ball over to Sarah, passes back over to Targowski. We have a shot missed by Salustri. Here comes Carly Johnston. Ball over to Manuel. Pass over to Settenreich. Settenreich down the lane and gets a roll. Talking about Peyton touches, Max. Getting the ball in the paint.
Attack the basket, yep. Why settle for jump shots when you can attack the basket? You're staring exactly where you're throwing it.
Long shot there, no good. Long rebound by Manuel. Driving, kicking, Settenreich for 3 and good. Foot on the line, foot on the line. Long 2 is good, extending Hillcrest's lead to 20-12. I think, Max and Jeff, this is where you got to settle the game down for Madison. You can't. And here we go, as we say, that steal by Settenreich. All the way and good. No timeout call here. But if you're Madison, you want to slow this game back down. Hillcrest balloons the lead up to a quick 10, 22-12. And here comes Madison. Back down court. Peyton Bapst over to Sarah. Over to Yeb Sarah. Mia Graham stolen. Settenreich the other way. Ball knocked out of bounds. No foul. Clean block. Ball back to Hillcrest under the Madison hoop with a 22-12 lead. Here comes Carly Johnston down the lane. Pass over to Fahey. Shot is up, no good. Ball on the ground. Loose ball, Mia Graham, no. Fahey, yes. Ball back on the ground.
Pick it up.
Hot potato, ball over. Johnston, Fahey. Fahey up, no good. Peyton Baps at the rebound. And we got a timeout here by Madison.
Last couple minutes, for the most part, it feels like it's been all Hillcrest.
And it has, and you know, the big three-pointer there by Salustri in the corner, what did that cut the lead, 16-12? You know, Hillcrest looked like they were starting to get some momentum. Salustri buries a three to cut it to a 4-point game, you know, but then Hillcrest, relentless, quick 6-0 run makes it 22-12.
Just when Madison started getting back in it and closed that gap to, what, about 2 or 3, that's when Hillcrest just exploded for a couple points and took over this game.
Yeah, and I think, Jeff, this is where as a basketball coach, you have to keep the game manageable. You know, we probably have a little less than a minute left in the game. And, you know, if I'm the coach of Madison here, you know, with how hard our players have been playing, if you're the Madison coach, you want to keep this score under a 10-point lead. You know, you'd love to be going into the half down 6, maybe down 8, but at the very least, keep it where it is. You do not want this lead to balloon any longer here, you know, giving Hillcrest any more momentum going into the half. So Madison will be taking the ball out here, trailing Hillcrest 22-12.
As they stay up in the press, it's working.
Yes.
Madison cannot panic on this press. It's a man-to-man press.
Pass up to Yebsera.
Another steal
Pass
for
is
Hillcrest.
stolen by Fahey. Over to Johnston.
40 seconds to go.
And Madison stays in the 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
The middle's wide open. Someone's got to move to the middle.
But they're going 5 out here. They're
Yep.
keeping the ball on the perimeter. Nobody's moving, the coach is yelling. And there we go,
You got to
Johnston
attack the
again.
basket, yep. They will be successful if they attack the basket.
31 seconds until the half.
The only thing that's a little bit of a head scratch for me is Hillcrest has the size advantage, right? And Madison's in the 2-3, and the middle is open, Max.
Yeah.
And Hillcrest is doing the 5 out. First shot up by Johnston is no good. I would think if you would put somebody like a Johnston or a Manuel, get that ball right to the foul line, turn, now you're a triple threat. You have a jump shot, you can attack the lane, or if nothing's open, then you can kick it out for the 3. And here comes Johnston with her second shot, is up, no good.
Another offensive rebound.
Seltrich over to Riley Barrett for 2. Extends the lead to 25-12, and here comes Peyton Baps. And we're going to get a reach. We're going to get a reach on Manuel. I would have loved to see that be an and one call.
Looked like in the act of shooting, maybe.
Yeah.
But she still gets one. It's two shots.
Maybe I'm rooting for a close game, guys. Maybe I want that call, right? But I definitely thought she was going up for it there. I thought that should have been an and one.
14 seconds remaining until the half.
Peyton Baps up and good. First free throw is good. Trims Hillcrest lead back down to 12, 25-13. As she prepares for the second shot. Second shot is up, no good. Long rebound by Johnston. Quickly getting the ball up court. Michaela Deso.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, down to 9. High ball screen. Madison player on the ground, scramble. Passes over. Number 10, Riley Barrett, no good. Here comes Manuel, and no foul on the loose ball as time expires. And we are at the half with Hillcrest leading Madison 25-13 in a very entertaining half, to say the least, guys.
I'm surprised on that last one that they didn't call anything on that one, taking her down. I know that from Hillcrest, Principal Rickard and Assistant Principal Laird were going to make their way over. I'm hoping they remembered. Any what thoughts you have for Mike? What thoughts you have on the first half from the two teams?
I said pregame that I heard, you know, Hillcrest beat Madison pretty good in the first game. I was watching both teams warm up, and again, you throw the records out. I thought Madison played their tails off all half. I thought they played how they had to play to keep the game close, right? But sometimes when you're playing a team, you know, with maybe a few more scores, a little more size, right? You got to play to the last very minute, and I think you saw Madison get a little tired there at the end of the half to allow Hillcrest to kind of separate themselves as we head into the break.
Yeah. All right, so we'll take a quick break here. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes. Jeff Alterman, Mike Buswell, and Max Oberhan here on the Trumbull Eagle Network and Trumbull Community Television.
Hi, this is Principal Rickert, principal of Hillcrest Middle School, and you are listening to 10, the Trumbull Eagles Network.
Hi, this is Katie Laird, the assistant principal of Hillcrest Middle School, and you are listening to 10, the Trumbull Eagle Network.
Rude Awakenings is Hillcrest Middle School's premier full-service breakfast provider. Try our gourmet coffees and teas for our delectable snacks. We've been the pick-me-up choice for Hillcrest since 2014. Pay with cash or open a charge account to enjoy our daily delicacies. Our baristas personalize every order and always provide service with a smile. You won't find better customer service anywhere. And best of all, we'll deliver. We come straight to your door to take your order and prepare your provisions right before your eyes. When you're at Hillcrest, let us do the cooking for you. There's always something for everyone at Rude Awakenings.
Okay, so back here we have from Hillcrest Middle School, Principal Rickert and Assistant Principal Laird. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, just really incredible showing here is my first thought. You've got packed stands. We have over 20 staff members here supporting the kids, supporting you. A little slow start, but they really seem to pick up on that last run there.
Looking, like you were saying over in the bleachers, as I'm looking across, the Hillcrest side looks like it's a little bit more full than the Madison side.
I think you're being generous. I think it's a lot more full. I see a lot of...
Are you saying it was more promoted on the Hillcrest side?
Yeah, well...
a lot of purple and gold over there. I mean, it really stands out, Yeah. What do you think, Mrs. Laird?
I mean, we were just talking at the beginning how there must be some jitters in this big arena, right? It was a little bit of a slow start, but I feel like now they've gone on some runs and it's really fun.
In that second quarter, the Hillcrest girls, especially Carly Johnson, took over. I mean, she was playing like a football linebacker out there, taking over.
Yeah.
It was. And you saw Grace Seltenreich with a couple of nice steals. And what's really impressive to me is when she gets that steal and has the breakaway to have the nice touch to finish.
Yeah, I mean, this is awesome here tonight. Last year, we were saying when we did our podcast during the week, we played the game last year, but we didn't have this crowd, and what a difference it makes.
No, and you've got the entire Laird crew here. You've got the entire Rickert crew here. This is really making my day, quite frankly.
This is awesome. This has got to be a tradition that we have to continue on and on every single year.
And it's so nice to see all the boys watching the girls, too.
And the Trumbull High team is here as well.
The Trumbull High girls team, exactly.
Yeah.
We got a lot of compliments on the Hawk Talk podcast, the preview episode.
Excellent.
Some parents listened to it. What would you say are some of the keys to the second half?
You want me to take that?
Sure.
I would say that Hillcrest needs to maintain the pressure that they have. When in that second quarter, the offensive crashing the boards, to me, that was the big thing, making sure that they keep getting the ball in their offense as opposed to giving up to Madison.
Yeah, I think they had a little trouble getting in the paint, but their defense was really strong. So I think if they keep up the defense and find a way to get inside, they'll be good.
And take advantage of that height advantage that Hillcrest has.
And I'm thinking about what the athletes shared with us in our podcast, that they needed to move the ball around and be prepared for any press. If you think about the beginning of the game, I don't think they were really moving the ball around that much. Right? It was kind of like that opening.
Well, they were having trouble.
Yeah. I do want to give hats off, shout out to Madison, too. The girls over here playing a great game, great sportsmanship. I see Mr. Sullivan and Mr. Capola from Madison Middle School. A lot of teachers. Really great night bringing everyone together. And even the first selectment's behind us, too.
Yep, that was cool that she came as well. And I see some other Hillcrest teachers here as well. Maybe we can get them to... Last time I had Miss Formanak come over, she was a little microphone shy.
Well, clearly the math teachers are going to represent here, Mr. Alterman.
So, Mrs. Formanek, what would you say is the standard deviation of points scored so far?
And here's Miss Canigliaro also. You're just going to come say, we were going to ask you, what are your keys to the game? What does Hillcrest need to do offensively to maintain the lead in this game? What's that?
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming over and joining us.
You got it. Go Hawks.
All right, go Hawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Philadelphia. Local time is 3:05 p.m. and the temperature is 67 degrees. At this time, you are now free to use your cellular devices.
You know that feeling when you get to turn your phone on after the plane lands? You can have that feeling every time you drive. Make sure your cell phone is stowed away whenever you are behind the wheel.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding the horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Sow, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, and bam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when it's dry or windy. Be careful burning yard waste, because wildfires can even start in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Open calendar. What's my schedule looking like?
Next Thursday, you will be caught in an emergency flash flood between Park and First Street.
What? No, that doesn't work. I'm busy then. Decline. Decline.
Floods don't exactly work around your schedule. Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. It starts with talking to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. So don't wait, communicate. Visit ct.gov/DESPP. Brought to you by Connecticut Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket, you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. That's the scent of shopping success, because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
145. Hi, this is Mike King, Director of Athletics for the Trumbull Public Schools, and you are listening to the Trumbull Eagle Network, number 10.
Back here at Trumbull High School, the 2023 Crosstown Showdown between Hillcrest and Madison. The Hillcrest Hawks lead Madison 25-13, and we are just about set for the second half.
Madison caught off guard, passed quickly into Johnston, shot up no good. Johnston her own
second
rebound,
chance points, killing Madison.
and good. Back to what we talked about at halftime. Got to get the ball in the paint for Madison. Take advantage of sides. Here comes Madison trailing 27-13. Riley off high ball screen. Great little nifty move. Shot up no good.
Look up.
Rebound by Barrett. Pass over to Johnston. Johnston dribbles the ball up. Madison is settling in their 2-3. Now Hillcrest with a little bit of their own high pick and roll there. Johnston to the rim. Shot no good. Rebound DeMarco. Ball back over to Peyton Babs. Peyton beats her girl off the dribble. Pass over to the corner. Long three, no good. Rebound, kick back out by Madison. Back out to Riley. Looking to resettle here in the half-court set. High ball screen, no good. Madison trying to, probably a forced shot there by Peyton, no good. And here comes Johnston the other way. All the way to the rim and good.
Madison's got to stop ball early.
I mean, even if you get back to a reach down, that's you're not going to give up the the easy layup there. Oh, getting a little physical here. Foul on Grace Settenrich on the push of the loose ball. Foul on Hillcrest. Ball out of bounds to Madison. Ball in the backcourt here to Megan Riley, as she dribbles up with Kylie Manuel guarding her. High ball screen, roll left, ball over to DeMarco. Ball back up top to Diso, over to Yeb Sarah, and long shot no good. Long rebound by Selton Ridge. Good pump fake, gets her up in the air, shot no good. Hillcrest being relentless. Long rebound, back over to Johnson. Johnson down the lane again, and shot is good.
Someone's got to stop ball on that or slide over and take a charge.
Or else it's going to turn into the Carly Johnson show. Yep. She is starting to take over, and Madison has to keep her out of the lane. Long three, no good. Off Johnson's head and out of bounds. And as we talked about at the half, what a crowd here. What a crowd. But let's give a shout out to some people back home. Special shout out to my friend Brian Delaney and his family, sending me text messages, watching the game live from home, courtesy of 10 Network.
And Trumbull Community Television. Is he rooting for the Panthers or the Hawks, though?
He's a Madison guy.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Hillcrest dribbling the ball up. Carly Johnson again. Pass over to Riley Barrett. Shot no good. Long rebound by Riley and the foul by Katie Manuel. Max, it was like Hillcrest heard us in the locker room saying, get the ball to the middle, get the ball to the rim. Because you've seen a steady dose of that by Hillcrest, and they're really exposing their height advantage over Madison here early in the second half. Megan Riley dribbling the ball up, looking over to Peyton Baps, dribbling the ball up top, back over to Riley. Riley running two-hand shot no good. Ball back out. Leah Salustri, shot no good. Fran DeMarco.
Madison's getting the boards now.
And we have an injury on the play. Looked like Michaela Diso bumped her head. The official is checking her out, and we are going to get a sub here, Claire Targowski.
While there's a quick break in the action, I want to give a special shout out. The Trumbull High girls varsity basketball team is in attendance for this game. How cool is that the Trumbull High Eagles varsity team came for the middle school battle tonight? That is really cool that they did that.
Well, listen, it's a special town, you know, and the crowds come out, and you see it here. The girls basketball team is here. I see a bunch of the boys guys here already. Ball back up court here. Back over up top to Selton Reich. Long shot. No good. Rebound, DeMarco. Ball over to Leah Salustri. Now, if you're Madison here, you're not going to get it all back in one possession. You just got to, and we have a foul
just chip
here.
Away at it.
Yeah,
chip away. Get it to 10, get it to 5.
On Riley Barrett. I mean, yeah, I think that's what we talked about, you know, right before the half there. You know, Madison was down by 10. I said you want to keep it there or trim it down to 6 or 8. With the lead up to 18 here for Hillcrest, I think a good goal right now is to get this back down to a 10-point lead. Play discipline, get good shots, get stops on defense. Madison with the possession, Riley back up top. Ball over to DeMarco. DeMarco pump fake, gets to the rim. It is blocked by Johnston up top to Selton Ridge. Great pump fake. And Peyton Baps up, misses the block, and Selton Ridge puts it in.
Madison's got to get back quick. Hillcrest wants to push the ball. Madison's got to get back.
Great job by Peyton Baps trying to get to the rim. Draws a foul by Faye as she'll go to the line for 2.
Want to give a big shout out to Hillcrest science teacher, Ms. Dexter, who's watching from home with the Dexter family, who just said, tell everyone I said, go Hawks. Ms. Dexter, we're glad that you're watching and cheering on the team.
You know, guys, I don't do many girls basketball games. You know, I've done a couple Trumbull High boys games. You know, it's my first time ever doing the basketball, you know, coming from the coaching, coming from the sidelines. But I'll tell you what, the one thing that really sticks out to me in the girls game, the girls do a great job pump faking and getting the defender off their feet. I don't see that much in the couple boys games I've done.
And you watch the difference at all levels. Fundamentals with the girls are a lot better than the fundamentals with boys.
Yes. I agree, Max. Here we go. Hillcrest bringing the ball up, back over to Johnston, back over to Faye. Long shot, no good. Rebound for DeMarco. DeMarco up to Claire Targowski. Targowski sees an opportunity, gets over to Riley. Riley pump fake up into the rim, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Secured by Salustri, back over to Paps, no good. Kept in bounds here by Riley, ball underneath. Faye with the loose ball off the pass and back over to Johnston. Johnson off the high ball screen, right to the rim.
That's a great job stepping in and taking a charge on that.
And I'm very happy, Max, that the referee rewarded Peyton Baps for taking that tough charge call against a physical player like Johnston. She moved her feet, she deserved the call, she got it. Gained possession back for Madison. Madison bringing the ball up. Paps off the high ball screen. Pass is deflected. Leah Salustri can't keep it in play. Ball goes back to Hillcrest. What I will say, guys, is even though Hillcrest is extending their lead here up to 19, I think we can all agree that the future of Trumbull girls basketball is very bright. There's a lot of good talent out here. A lot of good talent on both teams. Claire Targowski with good ball pressure. Riley Barrett separates, gets the ball over to Faye. Faye up, no good. Gets her own rebound and is fouled.
A lot of talent on both the Hillcrest and Madison side. And guys, we can say in a couple years, we're going to say, hey, remember back in 2023 when Trumbull High's on the verge of winning a state championship when we saw them in middle school?
Yeah, remember I did that game with you and Max? All right, Trumbull shot no good here. Rebound is secured by Leah Salustri. Guys, the real cool thing for me, as we see Riley with an up and under, no good, rebound by Faye, dribbling the ball back up court the other way. What is really cool for me is I'm a father of 3. My oldest is a 12-year-old 7th grader at Hillcrest, and I'm starting to see some of her friends out on the floor. Shot by Riley is no good. Secured by Riley Barrett. Stolen by Targowski. Back over to Baps. Baps over to Riley. Riley's shot is up and no good. Rebound by Mellinger. Ball over to Johnson. Johnson getting the ball to the middle of the court, doing what she's been doing for probably the last 2 minutes of the first half and all of the second half, as Johnson finds her way to the rim yet again for another layup to extend Hillcrest's lead to 35-14.
Well, as you were saying, your daughter's friends from 7th grade, for Hillcrest, number 10, Riley Barrett, she's been on the floor, I would say, nearly the whole game. She's been out there, even if she wasn't one of the starters, but one of the 7th graders. So that tells you that how deep the team is, that they got 7th grade talent. I think next year when these girls move up to 8th grade, they're going to be, hopefully just as talented. Between the 4 teams tonight, the 2 girls teams and the 2 boys teams, the Hillcrest girls team is just utterly dominant through the league this year. Hillcrest and Jockey Hollow Monroe, you have those 2 teams, then you have a big gap in everybody else. We're waiting for the most likely championship between Hillcrest and Jockey Hollow. Both teams beat each other once this year, and to see those 2 meet one more time is going to be great.
I know Jockey Hollow, they had the same program as me that I play AAU for. They have 2 girls that are playing varsity basketball for 2 years now, playing 17U girls basketball. They're 2 big men.
They had one girl, if I remember, on Jockey Hollow that had to be easily over 6 feet.
Yeah, she was Addie.
Yeah,
she
just
plays in our program.
tall athlete.
She plays with boys, she plays with girls, she plays 17U.
So 35-14, Hillcrest leads, 2:10 remaining in the third quarter.
Here comes Peyton Baps, high ball screen, ball over to Salustri. Guys, talking about my daughter's friends, she played St. Teresa basketball from 3rd to 6th grade, and her coach was Sammy Russo's mother, Tracy, who was a great basketball player here at Trumbull High her own. Baps with the steal and the layup and one. Foul on a fellow Hillcrest 7th grader, classmate of my daughter, Kelly Lungy. But to your point, Jeff, there are a lot of good good 7th grade girls on both sides that play either, St. Teresa basketball, Trumbull travel basketball, wherever it may be, and they're not getting many minutes because of how deep the 8th grade class is. Even though we've seen a couple 7th graders, there are a lot of good girls on the bench here that haven't even gotten in tonight. Michaela Diso rebounds the missed free throw. Foul going back up for 2. Shot no good. Diso to the line for 2.
So Coach Tobish of the Trumbull High Lady Eagles is looking at this game going, I can't wait to get her, I can't wait to get her.
Jeff, if you know Steve Tobish, and I'm sure you do, the way I do, you teach with him, he's already drawing up plays.
Yeah.
You're talking about a guy that really dedicates himself to coaching. He does so many free clinics for these girls. He's doing everything for the youth basketball program. And like we say in every sport in the FCX, when you make it a big deal at the youth level, it translates over to the high school level. Second shot up by Diso is no good. Rebound by Selton Rich over to Kelly Lungi. Hillcrest coach demanding for them to settle down. They don't listen. Long shot, no good. Michaela Diso all the way. Great little spin move and good. Michaela Diso. Great little athletic play. Looked like she was going into a dead end. Great spin move layup. Trims the lead to 35-18 with 1:08 left here in the third quarter. Back inside. And there you go again. MFA getting the ball on the block. Goes up, gets fouled, shot no good, but she will go to the line for 2. You know, Max, taking away, I mean, all these girls played great tonight, but, you know, walking away after, you know, doing my first Hillcrest-Madison game, there are going to be some names that stick out, and MFA is one of them. You know, high motor, offensively, defensively. Seems like whenever something good's happening for Hillcrest, she's involved with it, as she sinks her first of 2 free throws. Talking about the crowd, we have huge Chris Lenzen walking over. He gets taller by the minute. He went from about 6'9" last week to maybe about 6'11". All right, and second shot by Fahey is good. Hillcrest extends the lead to 37-18. Here we go. Peyton Baps bringing the ball up. Targowski with the screen. Baps by the screen. Ball over to Salustri. Salustri looking middle, not there. Back up top to Riley. Megan Riley finds an opening. Ball is stripped by Selton Rich. Taken back by Peyton Baps. Peyton Baps strong to the rim. Loose ball over to Targowski. Shot no good. Rebound here by Hillcrest, number 33, Molly Connolly. New name to the game, Molly Connolly. Had to look down, make sure that I had the name correct. Max, like I said before about Faye, I feel the same for Megan Riley as she walks out, you know, out of bounds right in front of us. Another girl with a high motor doing a lot for Madison, you know, giving them a fighting shot tonight. A lot of positives out of her game. Here we go, Hillcrest taking the ball out. Madison full court pressure. Passes inbounds. Back over to Riley Barrett. Back over to Kelly Lungi. Kelly Lungi attacking the rim. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Kelly. Ball will be back over in the hands of Madison. And you will see Kelly Lungi up with a little bit of pressure. The rest of the defense is back over half court. Ball back over to Peyton Babst. Targowski with a good screen. Back over to Leah Salustri. Long three. And just in and out. Rebound by MFA. Great crossover. Brings the ball over the middle of the court. And 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Shot by Selton Rich, no good. Rebounded by Michaela Diso as we conclude the third quarter. Very good third quarter for Hillcrest, as I should say, as they extend their lead to 37-18.
All right, we got our Daniels Farm cheering section back, so we'll give them one more time. All right, girls, let's hear one more time. Let's hear Go Hawks.
37 is Hawks are winning to 37-18. Go Hawks! Go Hawks! You're gonna win!
All right, so that was our cheering section again from Daniels Farm. So I got one quick story here. I see Mr. Manuel came to join us. We'll have him join us talking in just a second. One quick funny story. So we do a handful of Hillcrest games during the year. So the Hillcrest girls are used to the broadcast table here because we've done a bunch of their games. I don't think Madison does any broadcast for their games. So seeing the broadcast table on this side of the scores table, the girls checking in keep squatting down in front of us instead of going over to the scores table, not realizing we're not the people telling them to go in. So that's, you know, a funny little story. Mr. Manuel, we have you here. Good to have you join us as well. And I think this is about as far as I'm going to get the mic to go. I got to figure out which one is your volume. Give us a. Are you on? There he is. Okay. So, how do you think the Hillcrest Hawks are doing so far?
I think both teams are definitely playing hard. They're being physical with one another. There's definitely been a lot of foul calls. So it's going to be interesting to see how this fourth quarter kind of plays out. I think Hillcrest did wear them down a little bit at the end of the first half and then throughout the third quarter.
Ball knocked out of bounds, back over to Madison. Into Peyton Pabst. Pass down low, Fran DeMarco trying to attack the rim. Good defense by Hillcrest, shot up no good, but foul. Foul on Hillcrest number 33, Molly Connolly. DeMarco to the line.
Mr. Manuel, what's your thoughts on number 14 for Hillcrest?
I want to say happy birthday, obviously. She's my daughter, number 14. She turned 14 today.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was her birthday. In the post game, we'll have to make sure we say that to her.
No, it's been a great season for her and the group, and I think it's a special group. Hasn't been her night, at least from a defensive standpoint with the 4 fouls, but hopefully going to get back in here and get an opportunity.
Yep, Sarah, no good. Long rebound back over to DeMarco. So, Jeff, we talk about people in the community, what a crowd we have here tonight. So happy to have Todd Manuel here for many levels, right? Principal, assistant principal of Trumbull High School here, former terrific basketball player at the Division I and II level, and multiple athletes coming up, including Kylie Manuel, who we've seen tonight, who I know Todd would probably want to get some of those fouls back, but she and Carly Johnson really separated themselves tonight and really helping extend Hillcrest's lead, in various ways.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch as a parent now, as a player, as a coach, and then as a parent, and you kind of look and you start to notice a lot of little things that some players do and little tweaks that maybe would prevent a foul from happening or an extra pass that would get somebody else an open look. And I think that's going to be fun to watch this whole 8th grade group on both teams kind of grow and progress and come into Eagle uniforms. Not good communication right there by the Hillcrest Hawks there, leaving a wide open Sarah Williams.
Max, are you back on,
yeah, I'm back,
Mike?
sorry.
Okay. Technical difficulties.
Fahey shot up no good. I mean, Todd, what we were talking about before is if you're Steve Tobish, you have to be happy with the talent that you see on the floor tonight from both teams. Hillcrest, ton of good 8th grade talent, same with Madison, and then we see some underclassmen, doing some really good things on the floor.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Coach Tobish should be excited about kind of what's coming up and how that might meld with what he already has and some of the philosophies that he have.
As we see Deso up, shot no good. Rebound by Faye. Long pass up to Riley Barrett, settles in. Madison, relentless pressure, looking for an open player, over to Kelly Lungy, foot on the line, long 2, no good. DeMarco smacks at the ball. Long rebound by Riley Barrett. Stolen by Megan Riley, and she takes it up all the way, no good. Rebound by Peyton Babs, and puts it in, trimming Hillcrest's lead to 37-21.
Madison's got to play up if they want to make this a game. They got to play up. They cannot get back. They got to press full court.
I agree, Max. The only way they're going to get in is full court pressure here.
And right on cue with that 8th grade conversation, it's Megan Riley that kind of makes the steal, pushes it up. Peyton Pabst cleans up, puts it back in. 2 8th graders from Madison.
We were talking about that before, Todd. When you're looking at the Hillcrest players, players sticking out, Kylie Manuel, Carly Johnston, or a couple of the Hillcrest ones. I've been very impressed with Peyton Babs and Megan Riley. Their leadership, their toughness, keeping Madison in the game here, doing all the things that they do to make their game flow. Here we go, Megan Riley again, long 3, no good. Ball is not touched. We'll go back over to Hillcrest.
Good lesson here for Kylie Manuel and Carly Johnson playing with 4 fouls here.
Well, good lesson as Manuel takes it right to the rim. In good. But you know what, Todd, what Kylie did a nice job of there, right, is not extending all the way through on that layup and possibly drawing a charge. Sort of like a teardrop layup, avoiding contact, good touch on it. As we have Madison the other way, we have a reach on Emma Fahey.
And we are counting that basket, which you don't see a lot in 8th grade girls basketball.
Todd, there have been a couple plays.
Yeah. Yes. So that is a +1, maybe after an extra step and dribble prior to that shot.
And the long bank is good. Deso's shot is good.
She's had a couple very nice plays tonight.
I think we put the score up on the wrong side. 39-22 it says, but I think it was for the other way. Here we go, Kylie Manuel back up top. Getting the ball over to Hannah Felicione, back over to Johnson. Johnson, good up fake. Ball back over to Fahey. Fahey, long three is no good. Rebound by Michaela Deso. Ball back over to Babs. Todd, what I was talking about before is I've been very impressed in the game tonight with the up fakes by the girls. Drawing the defense up in the air. You know, I don't see that as much as a men's game. You know, when I did a couple of the Trumbull High games already this year, the girls are doing a great job. And their skill set being able to, you know, do a couple different things, getting players in the air, using their bodies to draw the foul, something that really sticks out to me tonight.
Yeah, and some of the 8th graders that you mentioned already in Pabst, Riley, and then on the Hillcrest side with Selton Rich, Manuel, and even Johnson, they have really strong base, strong fundamentals, come to those jump stops, show the ball. As you see Grace do that right on cue, drives through. And let's see if we can knock it. Looks a little short.
Over to Manuel. Shot no good. Long rebound. Back over to Hannah. Hannah no good. Long rebound. Secured by Aaliyah Salustri. Pass back up to Peyton Babs. Cutting the defense right down the middle. She draws contact. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Carly Johnson trying to step in and take the charge, very similar to Paps did on Johnson earlier.
And you got to give her credit, Todd. She got in that lane and she took a good blow there by Carly to draw that offensive foul earlier in the game.
Another thing that you don't see as much of in the female game, but these are tough kids. This is fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, that collision that we saw right there on the no call, I mean, you know, no time to brace yourself. Here we go, Hillcrest keeping the pressure up. Ball tipped by Manuel, secured by Riley Barrett. Pass intercepted back by Michaela Deso. Deso all the way to the rim, no good. Rebound Johnston. Back over to Riley Barrett, back over to Johnston.
Madison's got to stay up on this. They can't. They're gonna want to waste the clock. They can easily hold it for a minute and a half.
Todd, I've been so impressed with how well Johnston handles the ball. For probably a player that probably plays a forward or a center on this team, even though they do a lot of 5 out. I mean, for her size, she does a great job handling the ball. As we hit the under layup to number 3, Grace Selton-Rich. Todd, am I saying that right? Selton-Rich?
I do believe you are, Mike. I will correct you. That I heard you just say Fahey a couple times.
I know, and I'm going to get slapped by Pat on the wrist.
Yeah.
Like I should know how to say Faye. I only went to school with all 5 of them. Ball knocked out of bounds by Deso. Johnston into Manuel. Manuel dribbling the ball up, 41-24. Hillcrest, 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game. Hillcrest taking the air out of the ball a little bit, getting in a little bit of a 4-corner set. But with Riley Barrett.
When you look at the team fouls, Madison only has 4. They got 2 to give.
Max, same thing I was about to say. You know, you said you want them up, you want them pressuring a little bit, and they do have 2 fouls to give here.
Pass goes out of bounds. We'll go back over to Madison.
Mr. Manuel, you impressed with the crowd we have for a middle school game here at Trumbull High?
I think it's great. Yeah. I was at a game here just a few nights ago, and this is more of a crowd. So it's a nice crosstown event that's been put on here. Kudos to Mr. King and both the Madison and Hillcrest administrations to be able to put it together, and yourself, Mr. Altman.
Oh, thank you.
You have a lot to do with this.
And I mean, we played it last year, but you were here. We had, because of COVID, we had very limited capacity. So I said the full crowd in attendance for tonight. This game is 3 years in the making.
You got a text from Coach Taylor, didn't you?
Hey, the other thing I have to just acknowledge, I think it's really great that not only that both coaching staffs are here from the high school team, but I even see the Lady Eagles here now, and we could have the boys team coming out, I'm not sure, but it's nice to have that kind of support.
Todd, I said before as I was walking in, parking here tonight, I felt like I was at a varsity basketball game. I parked over, I guess you call it the B House parking lot in the back now? That's what I used to call it. But I'm parked over near the baseball field. All right, here we go. Inbounds pass. Deso over to Baps, back over to Deso. Kylie Manuel guarding. Deso attacking the rim. Shot no good. Rebound by Johnston.
I got to imagine Johnston's got double-digit rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, Todd, we talked about it. I thought the last 2 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half, that's where Hillcrest really settled themselves in, got back to probably what they do well, and that's get to the rim, use their size advantage. Long rebound, no good. Picked back up by Megan Riley.
Under 2 minutes.
Ball over to Deso, ball over to number 22, Leah Salustri, shot no good. Rebound by Mellinger. Back over to Johnston.
Speaking of those rebounds, I also think just from a Hillcrest perspective, Emma Fay has had a number of rebounds here today.
She's played really aggressive tonight and has done a great job.
Todd, high motor, high motor. She seems like she's on every big play. When something sparks for Hillcrest, she seems like she's right in the middle of it.
Once again, Madison's got to get up. They still have 2 team fouls to give.
Well, I think Max, what you're seeing is Madison's fatigue here.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I mean, they played their hearts out. Haven't gone incredibly deep into the bench. I think Hillcrest was a little bit deeper tonight as we watch Carly Johnson take the ball back to the rim for yet another layup. Babs brings it up, back over to Riley, back over to Leah Salustri, up top to Michaela Deso. And we have a quick timeout here with 43 seconds left as the Madison coach gets a few of her players in, and the same for Hillcrest. Hillcrest looks to be emptying the bench. Riley Bear coming out. Quinn Mellinger, Carly Johnston, Emma Fay, who were so instrumental in Hillcrest's lead and looks to be soon victory. Yep, Sarah over to Targowski, back over to Riley. Shot is up and no good, but foul.
30 seconds to go. Hillcrest is up 43-24. Another one of the Hillcrest 7th graders just made her way in, Alyssa Savino. Good to see some of those, can we call them underclassmen, I guess?
Well, guys, I'm already starting to get taunted by my daughter sending me text messages. Hillcrest, I told you, let's go with the, with the flex emoji. You know, she goes, you have to show your support for Hillcrest. You went there and I went there. I go, well, I'm broadcasting. I'm trying to be neutral.
Well, I think both 8th grade teams, or excuse me, both middle school teams have had very successful seasons. I do know that the Hillcrest team is in the league that they play.
And there we go, shot by Alyssa Savino for Hillcrest.
They're in first place and on pace. If they continue to win out their schedule, they're on pace to host the tournament.
And that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
Long three, no good. Rebound by number 23, Alyssa Savino. Taking a little bit longer, guys, as I'm starting to see the subs. I'm starting to go through the rest of the roster here, trying to learn some of these names here. But it was Alyssa Savino on the basket before, also with the rebound. Emily Gallo, pass up to Alyssa Savino, and that'll be the game. Hillcrest girls 45, Madison girls 24. Thank you so much to Todd, to Jeff, and to Max. I had a great time with you guys. As the legendary Buddy Bray comes over between games.
Well, we're going to try to get some of the girls as soon as they finish their handshake to come over. So the Hillcrest girls are undefeated in the Crosstown Showdown, having won the last 2 seasons.